The ones who do nothing. The ones who do nothing and change nothing. The ones who are being calm and just fucking, raising signs. Change nothing. Well, no. The ones who change nothing. That changes nothing. No. The ones who are being lawful. The ones who are being lawful. I agree with the ones who are being lawful, because a protest should not be about fucking
blocking streets and crap,
and piss bottles, and lighting shit on fire, and chanting death to fucking Nazis and shit. No, that incites violence. The left has always incited violence. They've always been the party of violence since Abe Lincoln got fucking shot for sticking up to the goddamn Democrats and their slavery run. It's always been the Democrats. I blame this solely on the Democratic protesters. That's what they are. They're professional agitators. Okay, so Tira, back to the ID topic. So, you want them to always have ID on them? Yeah. Printing each one of those IDs costs tax money. That's going to be
they already have their papers, dude. They already have their papers. They already have their papers, Skinny. They don't need to print new ones. He's saying just get the papers that they have and keep them on hand.
And that's going to be causing a lot of printing shit. So the easier way they're going to do it is they're going to make it digital. And how they're going to do it is they're going to make it digital for everybody.
Hey,
it won't be that way. It won't be that way. I know one. Now it's going to be for everybody. I disagree with it being for everybody. Only for pedophiles, but only for that. Bro, idiots aren't just that, too. I'm not getting digital ID. I'm not getting digital ID. That's all I know. Sure, and they agree with the exact same way you do. They're not going to get digital ID either, most likely. That's like, that's how they're going to British, because track immigration coming in and during this work. Not immigration, all of it, right? I know it's going to be all of it. I'm not stupid. I've done some other communities. I know the rules, but I think it should start with immigration. They should test on immigration and, sexual predators. So to get this straight, you hate immigration so much. I hate illegal immigration. I'm for legal pending immigration. Highly vetted immigration, not the unvetted immigration. I'm very conservative. But it's not just the illegal ones that are going to be. It's not just the illegal ones that are going to be trouble from this. It's going to be all of the immigrants. All of them. Well, hang on. You know what nobody talks about? You know what nobody talks about? Nobody talks about the fact that there's been several incidents where the Trump administration has deported the wrong people, and then they realize that, and then they paid for the like that.
Come enjoy the thrill of horse racing.
Like that. Okay, we deported the wrong family, the wrong guy. All right, let's bring him back. That's how I would do it, right? If I made a mistake, my administration made a mistake. I'm going to bring them back on my side. That's not a mistake, though. That's your job, your house, and potentially your kids. Yeah, and those people would have compensation. Somebody held an ICE detention station for 3 years. 3 years. He's unable to sue and get any compensation for that. Well, that's the case. They do not release any. They do not release any fucking documentation saying how many citizens they catch. They do not have to say how many citizens they detain. They don't. Look it up. They do not have to have it. They fucked up. They should. I know. Yes. I know. Yeah.
Morse Mutual Insurance. How can we help you?
That's the biggest thing. They should document how many times they fucked up and had to, admit to the point that we were the wrong firing. It's that fuck up. Everybody involved with that fuck up should be immediately fired. They didn't fuck up like, I misplaced a screw, or I built something slightly wrong. Fuck somebody's entire livelihood up. For
for the rest of their fucking life. They're gonna be struggling to get back on their feet for that month, 6 months, a year they were fucking gone, depending on how long they were gone for. They have to get a new job, potentially a new house. Unbelievable. Something neglected, not there.
No way! Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Yeah, that's a one-off situation. You know, probably like 100 and fucking 8 million.
Oh my god!
It's that.
Yeah, like 1 in every like 5 million is a mistake or something. Yeah, exactly.
A mistake to that degree.
Yeah, exactly. You probably stuff like that every time. So.
And again, like all that fucking people dying and shit. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of the way. Stop fucking yelling at these people. Just fucking go, man. And you're not gonna fucking die.
Right? They're there to enforce the law, you know, and I get, hang on, they're there to enforce the law. That's primarily where ICE, that's probably what they're there to enforce the law, and I get people are upset. I get it. I understand it, you know, and to some degree, some sense of degree, I do agree with it a little bit. You know, I do agree with what they're protesting about. I'm not that evil and disgusting sometimes, but like to some degree. But like, you know, we gotta let these people do their job, right? They are enforcing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, I don't know what I would absolutely wholeheartedly fight any cause.
We got a man here!
I'd fist fight them. I just felt like 100%.
Considered a professional athlete, and I disagree with them.
I'm gonna kill you, asshole!
More than my country. 100%. It's okay if it's not the same, but my loyalty to you guys is way more than the flag. 100%. That law means nothing to you. It means you guys will be taken away for being gone. If that meant that would happen, if it meant my cousins, my sister, my nephews, my nieces, my mom, my dad, you guys, all that shit would be taken away from me, I would 100% fight tooth and nail. I'd lose my job, I'd lose all of it. I'd fight tooth and nail for it.
I would
It's more to be outside.
But I try and be the best lawful citizen I could be. I would try and do it not in an illegal way, but I would go, hey, you know, my mom and dad, they were American citizens. Say we were in America somewhere. You know, we're American citizens. I would fight it legally. I wouldn't try to kill an ICE agent. I wouldn't try and beat them with a baseball bat. I wouldn't have my neighbor's fucking gang, you know, fucking boot fucking ICE agent like they've been doing in Minnesota. No, that's the wrong way to do it.
We're fucking them 100% wrong. What they should do is completely surround the area of who they're trying to get and stop them. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's
I
completely
agree with that.
Physical attack? No. If they start pepper spraying,
the only way I would agree with what you're saying is if they're doing it in a peaceful way. They're not being violent. All they're doing is blockade. If it's strictly a blockade, yes, I agree with you. But if one person or even 5 people in that group start acting unruly, then ICE is gonna crack down, and it's now all your faults for doing that, and you're all gonna be in harm's way. Right, so, you know, they're primarily there to
see, that's the problem, right? That's the problem, right? Is essentially, picture this, right? Last night, your sister's house, maybe fucking Lincoln was an immigrant or some shit. Or maybe her kids were unique as an immigrant. Last night, house was raided. Your nephew's gone now. Never seen again. Tell me that you feel honestly and calmly think rationally, wholeheartedly. You might never see him again. He could be dead, could be alive. You don't have no fucking idea. And anyways, you keep trying to figure out. You keep getting dead ends and dead ends and dead ends. That's what they keep doing. Is the government constantly keeps dead ending and rerouting. Oh, you gotta go talk to this guy. I don't have the information. I can't give you the information. You gotta go off the cliff. They keep doing it until it gets to the point where you don't even want to fucking ask it. But for the government's best now. Not just Americans, Canada's too. Well, when that shit's happening, you think the difference in Canada, though? We don't have ICE. We have the CBSA. I know, but I'm just saying, if this shit was actively happening, like, as it should be, people care more for their families and their friends than they do a flag. And as it should be, 100%. So yes, when my friend's an immigrant, or my friend, or my family member's an immigrant, or whatever, doesn't matter. But I will go to bat for them, and I would fight the country if I had to.
I wouldn't. No, not if there's fucking 10 law enforcement agents at my fucking door. No. You're there to do a fucking job. I'll let you do the job, and then after you get out of my fucking property, I will.
So the government never fucks with the people, the law enforcement never abuses their power, and anytime they say it's something that's right, you can't fight against them. How do you fight against the law lawfully?
What?
Not be a Democrat about it and go out and try and fight them, because it still wouldn't make a difference if I'm going out there protesting. If my family got fucking taken and I'm trying to fight the ICE agents, that wouldn't even make a difference. Neither would fully protesting. It would be the first time there's no fucking argument. There's no fucking argument. It's not going to make a difference. They're going to do it anyway.
So your reasoning for not defending them and stuff like that, not protesting them, is strictly because it's going to happen anyways. You couldn't stop.
And I'm against protest. That's not the right first line. I can be an angry person sometimes, but I'm not a violent person. I'm against taking fight. I'm strong fight.
Yeah. That's happened, great effect on the Canadian or American government has typically been started from a protest, civil war, or some type of thing like that, and eventually grew into a peaceful resolution. But most big changes, actual things that have made effect, starting from violence.
You know what I would do right now if I was the president? By the way, right now, Trump actually, he pulled out the lead guy in Minnesota right now, and he put in Tom Homan, the guy that helped Obama with his deportation. Tom Homan in 2008, 2009, and 10 and 11 or whatever, right? That's the guy right now in Minnesota taking over. Don't kick that guy out already, right? But you know what I would do next if that doesn't work, right? Because this guy's the ice goat, right? He's the one who's won all the awards for, under Obama and fucking, you know what I mean? He's the ice goat, right? He's the one that's been around for like 20 years. But you know what I would do next? If I was Trump, I'd be sick of this shit happening in Minnesota, so I would call in the National Guard. So you want to fuck with ICE and law enforcement? All right, let's fuck with the National Guard then. Now you're all fucked because the military's coming in to shut your shit down. That's how upset I am at this shit. I want the National Guard.
So the answer would be bully protesters either way?
No, but these protesters aren't just fucking around with ICE enforcement. People can't get to work. People can't get to school. People can't fucking do their close.
Now you know how plenty of immigrants and citizens feel when they get detained by ICE.
Oh, well, guess what? Get the National Guard.
They're doing the exact same thing. They're doing the exact same thing to people as
shut it down. No. I want Minnesota to be properly operating in the next, fucking month and a half. Get the National Guard in there and shut these fuckers down. That is how I would do it. You don't want to listen to your mayor and stop fucking protesting? Then guess what? National Guard time.
So instead of actually listening to the people who are fighting for a cause against something that actually want something to be heard and want to be heard, you're going to decide to completely shut it down.
What have they accomplished? We've been listening to them on Fox News and CNN since the summertime. What have they accomplished? What resolution have these fucking goof protesters accomplished? Other than getting more violent as the days go on.
So what has ICE accomplished other than causing protesters to become more violent?
I don't know. Protecting young women from getting raped and
pedophiles
roaming the streets. Illegal couldn't be there. Who have inspired. What? What have they accomplished? meeting their targets. You do realize, hang on. You
Acid
realize
state
before,
is how
hang on, no, hang on,
it's because of the way you're going about
You do realize when ICE goes into a city, they have the areas already mapped out where the illegals are. They already have those areas mapped out even before they step in there.
Yeah, by the way, T-Roy, that's completely false. They don't know exactly where the illegals are. They just know the most common areas, low-profit areas.
You said the area mapped out.
Exactly. And you know what they do to those low-profit areas where it's full of a bunch of brown people? They harass them until they find the illegal ones. That's a fucking problem, dude.
So, did it do for long?
How do they...
ISIS, man, that operated this way for decades. Oh, no, because you assholes hate Trump. Oh, well, when you assholes fix Trump, there's only 3 times more people. 3 times more people. And by the way, Trump is doing exactly what he ran up. So, he's staying to his word, actually.
Yeah, if they just didn't get in a situation where they needed ICE again,
Yeah, the
there would
90
be no
deals,
problem.
90 days, and he hasn't cleaned up one deal with China the entire time, really sticking to his word.
Because he fucking hates China. What do you mean?
Tira, you want to hop on GTA? I'm doing some Cayo Perico ICE stuff.
He's sticking to his word. He's accomplished
He
so
said 90
much.
deals in 90 days. He didn't do one deal.
Actually, he's done
Within
a lot.
those 90 days? Within those 90 days?
Actually, it was 90 executive orders in 90 days, and he signed those up. Not every one of them got by the way, but he did sign them.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, not everyone's going to be approved.
Well, that's what he
I know.
90 orders in 90 days. You know, not all 90 of them are going to pass. It's a try. He tried. He did try.
And he also says stuff like, he was that it doesn't matter what they say, he'll take green. That's a problem. He's also talking about plenty of other shit. He's also talking about plenty of other shit. He's also
solved
talking
that.
about plenty of, like, T-Roy, I'm in the middle of talking about it.
He wants to do it legally. How's that a problem? No one's talking about military acting. It's just the left.
I just mean he says plenty of things non-stop. And the problem is you guys flip-flop. Wait. That's the problem, though, T-Roy, is you guys flip-flop between he's a man of his word and what he says doesn't mean anything. He didn't mean it. That's a problem. He can't be both a man of his word and a liar.
So what you call a liar is what I call the house that he passed up. So if I want to make taxation 10%, and that's what I run on, that's my main promise, and I can't
There's
pass that.
plenty of other things he says
I'm not
in there.
for that happening.
No, of course not. There's plenty of other things. There's plenty of other things that he said throughout interviews and different I don't have an exact example right now. I can find one for you if you want. But, you hear him in interviews, you hear him talking about for one, the idea of calling the opposing party either fascist or terrorist just because they're the opposing party and differentiate from your thing is fucking wrong on both sides.
Not because they're not called terrorists because they're the other party. No,
calling Antifa anti-fascist terrorists.
Democrats have always been domestic terrorists. They've always been side with domestic terrorists, actually. So Trump's right about that. Look at the history. Look at the history book. Look at the history book. Every time a Republican stands up to a lefty, he gets fucking shot at. Even if he's right. Even if he's fucking right. Even if he's wrong, it doesn't matter what he says. If you stand up to these assholes, you're gonna get shot at. He's right about that. Next.
And it's funny how history seems to repeat, yet that constantly keeps happening, and no one ever sees that that's a problem. The people that are paid to protest, the people that are paid to make protests fucking violent and shit like that, you think the left is paying them? Why? So what, they can ruin their own protests?
They are, dude.
No.
They actually are.
The left is not paying these people. People like Klaus Schwab and George Soros, the top people.
I don't know
They're being
Tortoros,
paid.
but I did hear the Schwab guy.
George Soros.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that guy yet, but I did hear about the other guy.
Henry Kissinger. So the people. So by the way, and do you know these and I'm not even talking about the agitators, the ones who fuck up the street. But I'm talking about the professional agitators, the professional protesters. Did you know these people already have signs made up for protests that aren't even happened yet, and they're planning on them happening? They already have signs.
Yeah, because everything's planned. From this fight between left and right has already been planned. It's going exactly how they want it to. The right constantly brainwashed the right side, saying their lefts are evil. The left side constantly brainwashed the left side, saying the right side's evil. And in the end, the fucking place is just going to combust and make it easily for the next person to come through and take it over. It's exactly what's happening.
And it's not the left that is funding all this shit. It's the side that has funded every single war since 1917, or at least the 1800s. It's those kinds of people, those kinds of people. And they control both political parties too. So it's two wings, one bird. And the bird being the country you're from. Two wings, one bird. Two wings, one bird. You have the left and right, and you have one country. Two wings, one bird.
Big nuts, buddy. Up on GTA T-Roy before 3, fucking relax a bit.
Yeah, I'm fucking pissed off right now. I'm agitated like one of those Democrats.
Play some games and relax, man.
Oh no, let me just go more agitated. People punch each other in the face.
That's not.
I don't know. What do you have to say about that debate, though? Be honest by it.
I mean, people need to stop fucking around, and they're not gonna get fucked up. They gotta stay out of their way. Let them do their job. Yeah, shit happens. A lot. But, there's more important things we could be fucking doing with your fucking time than that shit.
Right? Fucking, and then putting your life on the line because you disagree with what ICE is doing. And I get that. I do. But, there's, like I said, if you were an illegal alien and fucking Kenny and Kyle were an illegal alien, and we're all partying at the Super Bowl and we're in fucking Tennessee somewhere and you guys get fucking out, I mean, I'm gonna oblige by the law and I'm gonna try and get you guys back legally, because you know what, it's not gonna make a difference if I go to my room and pick up the fucking bat, because you know what, then I would be killed, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a situation like this, when you can't really help the other person, it's either you or me, and I'd rather my safety at the end of the day. If we're surrounded by 10 fucking ICE agents, there's nothing I can do. So I'm going to comply, I'm going to put my hands up, and I'm going to follow every direct order that they have for me. Right? I'm sorry, but if it's a situation I can't get us out of, I'm just going to comply, right? That's the kind of guy.
You gotta be smart. If there's no one in the situation, you've gotta forge another later.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, you gotta be smart. If there's no one in the situation, you gotta forge another one later.
Yep. Do it through a legal way. You know what? You're pissed off at the ICE agents doing it unruly. All right. Take them to court. Sue them. Sue them for what they call it, but it's like compensation for time, emotions, anxiety, right? You can get paid for that kind of shit. I guess emotional compensation, I think it's called. I actually think that in situations like that, sue these people for emotional compensation. That's one thing I should have zeroed in on. Emotional compensation. That happens, right? Another story, but you can't blame Trump for how ICE is operating. He sees what's going on in these states, and he, says, hey, get these many targets there, get these many targets here, and I mean, I don't know. The only difference between Obama and Trump is that people hate Trump, so they're not going to comply with his agencies. Like if this was Biden doing it, I think I don't think it would be the same situation. I think it would be a lot more peaceful because hey, people like the old fucking ill man.
People like the what?
The old ill man.
This fucking loser's trying to kill me. What a bum. What a bum, bro. I'm flying to Cayo Perico. I flew with my helicopter all the way to the fucking other side of the map. And then I had to fly in this shitty helicopter all the way back. And when I'm almost getting there, I'm on a timer, 5 minutes left. And then, when it gets to 4 minutes left, I hear a missile explode. There's a fucking guy chasing me with a flying bike like 100 meters away behind me. Like, what a fucking bum. Good thing I made it.
What a bum.
What a bum. He's got nothing better to do with his time. I just wasted it. Fucking faggot.
Yo, so I was pissed off the other day. And, fucking... I didn't know where my economics book went. And I was like, what the fuck? It's on top of my CD case. And then my dad was like, oh, yeah, Lincoln was in your room all night. I was like, so what? You fucking take it? I'll fucking kick this guy's ass. I'll fucking slash his tire and be a fucking modeling. She's like, would you fucking calm down? It's here somewhere. I found it though, but I was pissed off for a good 15 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, you think I'm gonna respect this fucking piece of shit on Saturday and Sunday?
No.
After fucking rinsing me in my beard? Fuck that.
Why should you?
Nope.
Yeah, we'll have to, be fucking careful on Sunday, I guess.
So now I'm gonna find a new place to put my beer. I don't really know, but it's definitely not gonna be my room anymore. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I would too.
Somewhere downstairs where no one can look.
Good calls.
Just buy a fucking mini fridge, bro. Put it downstairs and be like, yeah, I don't have any beer.
I got a mini fridge, man.
Yeah.
It's sitting right there. It's a nice black one. Just gotta clean the insides a bit. Unless you're fine with the color yellow.
Oh, black. That's like the generic one. I guess. I don't know. What the? Obama awarding Bill Gates the Medal of Freedom in 2016, citing his work with women and children. It's also sick. They all need arresting.
People are
Yeah, apparently Bill Gates got like a award for fucking helping women and children, but like there's a reason why he's not even allowed in the fucking borders of Africa, because he made fucking 6 million young women infertile with fucking vaccine and shit. So
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Pretty
and that's a big reason why I don't want any kind of fucking vaccine that they push for diseases anymore, because I want my genetics to be clean if I have a kid or something, right? I don't want my genes to be manipulated by some fucking stupid vaccine.
Nope. Yeah, some things agreed you gotta get, but there's a lot out there that you have no reason.
The flu shot and the polio and the one that you in high school. I agree with those ones.
Yeah.
The ones I disagree with are the COVID-19 ones and whatever they said before. The ones that they pulled for our entire lives, like the flu shot, polio, shit, I agree with them.
Basic
But
ones that, yeah, everybody just fucking needs, yeah.
when I say I'm an anti-vax, I just mean like the mRNA ones, the ones with new technology. First time in human history, in vaccine history, that they used mRNA technology. I'm sorry to say this. if it comes out disrespectful. But they used you guys who got like boosted up on these shots as guinea pigs. They didn't know if this was gonna work or not. They didn't know. They used you guys as the goddamn cider experiment.
They literally did.
I'm sorry to say that. But that's the truth, man. Like,
It's fucking sad. Like,
you
so
know
much
how much
shit
one
coming
of
out.
those vaccines cost that you put in your arm? They got paid for each and every one of those that you got put into your body.
Did I
They got
know
paid
what?
for them. You know, they made a profit off this shit.
Did I know what?
Did you know each and every one of those vaccines you put in your arm, they got paid in profit for each and every one of them?
No.
Yep. Oh, yeah. But, you know, millions of people have died because of those very vaccines. And it depends on your immune system. Because not all immune systems are up to par. And the ones with immune systems before they had the vaccine, those were the compromised ones. It wasn't everybody. You know, it wasn't as widespread as I thought it was going to be, but it was like 3 million, 4 million worldwide.
Yeah, I killed my neighbor, COVID, yeah.
Yeah, I think neighbors too, or some shit. I think I killed one of my neighbors too, because in like 2022, he was like fucking like coughing and like it was like very congested and it was lasting for hours. He like stayed outside and shit, like he left his windows open. And you could hear him all fucking night in the final months of his life, right? It was very like flammers. I don't know what happened, but it was in the timeline of COVID, I know, and it sounded pretty bad.
Yeah. Poor dude, man.
Good thing that our immune system, like us young people in our 20s, we were fine. Most of us were fine anyway.
Yeah, there wasn't too much shit really going around that was like fucking deadly.
Well, I have heard Bill Gates talk about, I'm calling this pandemic, and the next pandemic, I'm calling pandemic 3. So I think the next one's going to be a lot more powerful and affect a lot more people. I think this was just the SEAL team thing.
He's gonna say shit like the next one, yeah.
And what was it? Most states and most news stations. 33. 33 was the number that launched it. 33 cases reported. 33 cases. 33 cases. 33 cases. Everywhere. The number 33 in the early goings. If you look it up, 33 was fucking
I watched the video compilation
everywhere.
of them.
What?
Yeah, I watched a compilation of that. Everybody saying 33, all the different news stations and shit.
Yeah, I think I showed you that one.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm gonna try going out and talk with him.
Alright, buddy, big nuts.
Big nuts.
guys. Come on. I don't look like the hero golden. Come on. Anyway, today we're going to be playing the newly buffed hero golden. For some reason, they've got 25% vortex strength stuff increase. And so we're going to play hero golden. So the hero golden. Okay, it's just an iron cycle. I can to today's event. Rosie from the game bar is like one win away. I think he beats me, he gets the 12,000 trophies. So on streak, putting these kids out of their favorite leagues. You know what I like with that one game away from 12,000 trophies as well? Lock the fuck in, and they have to deal with my bullshit, and they can't do anything about it. So I'm gonna wait. Oh, I don't think little bro knows how to flag shots. Oh no, Rosie, you made it. Oh my god.